Okay, here we are. We're back. I've been away a little while. No, it wasn't a vacation. I just was missing in action. I was just, you know, around in the universe, collecting books, reading books, but I'm back. So maybe before October ends, we'll get one video in or two or gosh, three is such high stand such high mark, high hopes. But we'll see. So today is Tuesday, October 28th. It's only a few days till, um, I was gonna say Thanksgiving. No, Halloween. Yeah. So I have a book haul I've been wanting to do. So I have a few books that I got from Goodwill shop. And if you're not from here, then you don't have Goodwills. Goodwills is like a charity shop. And a one from Sam's Club um that I've been wanting to get. So yeah, so we'll get to that. And then first we have a reading update. I have been reading. You haven't been seeing me, but I have. I am currently reading Chuck Tingle's Lucky Day. And boy, what I got to say about this is complete chaos and crazy. And I'm liking it, actually. I'm really liking it. I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see. And now we have a glare, but that's okay. Coffee in my squirrel cup. And coffee, I don't know what it is. It's a mix. I had a bunch of leftover coffee and I just dumped it in a container and it's a surprise. It's good. I only buy good coffee, people, which I like a lot of coffee. So, yeah, Chuck Tingle's Lucky Day. It's a short little book. It's only, like I said, I'm really like I was debating it at first, but 228 pages. This is at first the first chapter. I wasn't sure if I was going to DNF it because it was just a little too much thinking. And I just decided to push on, carry on, and I got to chapter 2 and oh wow, what a bang. That went off the charts of not expecting that to happen. I mean, I knew it was going to be crazy a little bit cuz it's Chuck Tingle and I did read Bury Your Gaze, which I really liked. And so I wasn't sure about this one, but I've heard good things about it and I really do like it. Like I said, it's a short little book and it's just crazy chaos. The background setting is I can't say too much because it'll be a spoiler. Um, the background setting is Las Vegas. It's to do with casinos, Las Vegas, crazy stuff. I will say it gives me a little bit of vibes of, have you ever seen the movie Men in Black? Also, I was thinking last night when I was reading, also, and I never really watched the show, but it was the one with, shoot, it was on a long time ago. Gillian Anderson. Um, they're like special agents from weird stuff happening. Um, I'll look it up and put it up on the screen. But anyway, that was giving me those vibes. But yeah, it's just a crazy little read. I'm liking it. Unexpected. But yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. I'm almost done. Where am I at? I'm almost done. I only have this little bit right here. Um, should finish that today, and I want to start. And I want to get it started for Halloween. I want to get through this one because I wanted it when I think it's a new one. It's new. I thought it was last year, but obviously I didn't do it. There was another one. But this one is How to Survive a Slasher. This is it's a teen horror. Which I kind of like those. It's still usually the ones I've read that are teen horror have been graphic and like horror slasher, but not as bad as probably an adult gross graphic. So, yeah. So there's this one. Um, this is I don't really know what it's about. It's it's about I think what happened was there was a killing, a slashing, Slasherville. I think there was something happened, and this Wolfman massacre, the Wolfman massacres. Okay, that happened, and so there's a documentary or a movie that came out, and this CJ character is like the main character. I guess she survived this Wolfman slasher before, and then I guess it's happening again. I'm not really sure, but it looked fun for Halloween. Probably not too gory. Um, but yeah, so that does look like the Wolfman, kind of uh, weird. But yeah, so that's Justine Rusella Winans. They wrote that, and she looks like she's about 12. You can't see that very good. I always like to look at the author pictures, see what they look like, because as I get older, of course, they get younger, and I'm just like, feeling kind of old. But she is a writer in LA. She has a husband and some cats, and she writes this YA thriller. Uh, she has some other books, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'm going to read next. Hopefully today. And what I just finished before I started the lucky day is Rachel Harrison's Black Sheep. Heard a lot of good things about this. I do like the writing style she has, the her character and stuff like that. I'm just not a big it has to do with a cult. And this one is going to be really hard to review because not to give spoilers out, it's really hard to talk about what this is about because these can't say a lot of things about it, but it's about a girl. Um, it's Vesper is her name, and she goes back home. She lives in a small community that's I can't say it's cult because it says sure it says somewhere, but that doesn't give anything away. What kind it is, I'm not gonna say. Um, I don't think like cult reads are my thing, but I know this type that it is not really my thing. I just didn't get into it, and I mean, I liked it. It was okay. I liked it. But this particular one wasn't I don't think it's my bag. Um, I guessed what kind of cult before really got into it, and then it pretty much early on you find out. But I guess the wrong kind. Um, but anyway, yeah, I liked it, and we'll say more about it when. But yeah, I think Rachel Harrison is a good writer. I know a lot of people have liked this one and like her writing, and I have another one here on my TBR that I have from the library. Hopefully, we'll get to do a video of what I have another book to pick up this week. It's nonfiction, but I have Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Harrison up on my list too. I got from the library, so see when I get to that. But yeah, I finished this one, and now we're off to our book haul. Yeah, I haven't done like a TBR for October or any other book hauls. Haven't done any videos in October, in case you're wondering. Haven't looked through the list, or you've been a little, you know, it's been a little desert of videos, uh, desert highway. Nothing happening here. But no, I just been on a lull, not with reading, just doing the videos. So hopefully we'll get back into that, and we'll have some good things to talk about in the upcoming month. And I should be doing a November TBR. I hope. We'll see. I'm here. I'm back. Hi, my name's Amy. If you didn't say, um, thanks for coming by. And if my subscribers out there, if you're still subscribed, thank you for hanging on. I'm still here. I still want to do video. I'm still watching booktube videos and all kinds of getting inspiration for that. But just took a little backseat. But hi. So anyway, here we go. So for the book haul, I got these books in It's probably been a couple months ago, and I just haven't done a video. But the first one I got is from Sam's Club. I wanted to get it last year and I didn't, and I thought I was going to read it this year. I still might. It is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore, and this has been all over BookTube, I think, for the last year or so. And I did get the last year I did get a Christmas one that I didn't get to, and then I got another. I think I got another one. And I can tell you right here when I open it up, it should have the books listed. And there's a little map in here of the town. So this is like a series, a cozy small town romance. I don't read a lot of romance, so that's why I've kind of hesitant. But I've heard these are really a fun read. So yeah, the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, the Christmas Tree Farm, which I have that one, and the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. And then there's another one, Gingerbread something. I don't know. Um, so I have the Christmas one, and I think I have the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I think, and this one. So I have three, and this is just small town. It says small town spicy romance. That should say it all. I'm not gonna. Well, I always say I'm not gonna read the back and do the synopsis, but it's small town spicy romance. It's kind of cool. It's got these like gold leaves, leaves. So yeah, it's the back, and it's got a little cat. If you're into that, I am. We got cats and dogs. If I could have my way, I'd have some foxes, some coyotes, whatever else we have out here that I can. Oh, a raccoon. We did have a raccoon in our backyard a few months ago. This summer, he came in for the cat food because we have outside cats. We have inside cats, outside cats. Excuse me, and our dogs are inside. Um, but yeah, there was a raccoon. It was a raccoon, and I didn't see it fully. I just seen something walking away under. It was under some chairs, and I thought it was one of our cats. So, side story from the book haul. Sorry. I thought it was one. There's a commercial that shows a lady, and it has to do with can't see because she needs glasses, and she opens her door and she thinks it's her cat. I don't. I think that's what the commercial's for. Is glasses. She opens the door. She thinks it's a cat, and she keeps calling him in, and it's a raccoon. And so after when I found out what I was seeing was not a cat, one of our cats, it was a raccoon, I felt like I was in that commercial because I was like, "Oh, come here." And it was just waddling away. It didn't run. It didn't it just kind of turned around, looked at me and headed for the fence and it just kind of walked off. It was fat because it's been eating our cat food. And apparently it has made friends with our cats because the cats did not do one damn thing. They were sitting there looking at it, didn't move, didn't hiss, didn't run after it. So I had to sit down and tell the cats there's no parties and you can't invite friends over. So that's that story. The raccoon. But anyway, yeah, continuing on. So these books I got at Goodwill, like I said. And this one, I have the first one. I haven't read it yet. It's on the and I wasn't gonna get the rest of the series just because I wanted to get through the first one because they're so big. And it was there, so I decided to get it because it was $1.99. It's the next one in the series. So this is George R.R. Martin's The Clash of the Kings. It's the Game of Thrones series. Yeah. And it's pretty pretty chunky. Yeah, and the first one's about the same size. And I haven't got to that, unfortunately. I have I did get HBO for HBO Plus. Side story again. Um, because the baseball playoffs, my team was in the playoffs, the Cubs. Go Cubs. And they they're in the National League. I know baseball people that don't like baseball, you're going to be bored. Sorry. Fast forward. And for the last few years they've been playing it on this channel that I don't get with my main TV app. I don't know how to explain it. I'm old school. We had 3, 4 channels when I grew up. Now I got like 200, 400 channels. I don't know. Um, so it was a channel that I didn't get, even though I have all these other apps. Not one of them would play this playoff. So I ended up getting HBO Plus because they had this channel with it that I could watch my game. So I got it so I have HBO for a month. So I started watching Game of Thrones, which I've seen, I think the first 3 seasons or something. Anyway, I watched it on the internet, like YouTube clips or whatever. But I got to see like whole episodes. So I seen the last episode of the last of the show, so I know what happens. But yeah, I started watching it again and I want to get the DVDs just because I I really like that show. So I thought when I got the book, I thought I should really like the book even though it's a chunker and um going to be a hard read just because I know how the show is that this is like 10 times more going on in the book than there is in the show. So thanks for that, George. Thanks. Making us making us think using our thinking caps when we read. Oh my. What a what a challenge. And this one is a little bitty. It's called Witness Impulse. So I got some of these that are actually I got a Karen Slaughter one. They're like little shorts. James Patterson has some and he calls them book shots. This is I looked it up. Actually, was the Karen Slaughter one Impulse? I don't know. This is J.A. Jance. I want to say Vance. Uh Jance. And it's Stand Down. It's a A.J.P. Beaumont novella. I haven't read any of the J.A. Vance books. This is $1.99. It's very short. Like you could read it probably in an hour. Well, that would probably be I'm slow, but somebody could probably do it in 30 minutes. Yeah, so it's just a little shorty. I didn't even know what it was about. I just picked it up because I was wanting to get more of these little novellas, like I call them book shots because that's what James Patterson has his out is called. And looks like more and more people are doing these and putting these out because there was I found some old ones from Jackie Collins had like a 4 series, and they were like short little novellas, and then James Patterson, and then I found this one. It's Witness Impulse is the um, type like thriller stuff. Anyway, so this is. I knew there was more listed somewhere, but maybe I looked it up online because there is also by Jay has a list of his books. He's written quite a lot, or she. I don't know if it's he, she, or he. But anyway, so I just got that. That's about J.P. Beaumont. It is a homicide, has disbanded his special homicide investigative team. So he's a cop, and this takes place in, I looked it up. It was, what did it say? Bellingham, Washington. Now I know there's a booktuber I watch out there, Gabby Reeds. She's in Washington State too, and I've heard her mention this town, so I don't know how far that is from her, if that's her town, but that's the only reason I know the name of this town. It's because I watched that book tour. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting. I have no idea what it's about. It's just a little bookshop. And it is shoot, how many pages? 86 pages. Probably should take somebody 30 minutes. Less than an hour. Might take me an hour because I don't just sit still for a very long time. And the next one is I've not read any of this author's. I've been interested, and he does a lot of. Not a lot. I mean, I don't know how many. I've noticed that some of his books have been turned into like movies on Netflix or wherever. I think I've seen a couple, and I really liked them. Thriller. It's Harlan Coben, and this one is Caught. So I haven't read any of his books, but I know that I liked a few of the movies I watched that were based on his books. So I thought, well, that's probably right up my alley. And this is about, I don't know if his are all just different, if there's a series somewhere. I have no idea. This is from, what year was this? This is first Signet printing in 2011. Okay, so it's kind of old. So there's that. I think this is Harlan. Yeah. And it's a little regular, I say average size book. It's like 438 pages. So average size for me. I think it's a thriller. And oh, he has written a lot. Um, I don't know what it's about. It just says reporter Wendy Tynes is making a name for herself, bringing down sexual offenders on national televised sting operations. But when social worker Dan Mercer walks into her trap, Wendy gets thrown into a story more complicated than she can ever imagine. Okay, so that's what I know about that one. It's called Caught. So she's catching sexual predators on these sting operations. That sounds fun. There was a TV show that was doing that too. I don't know what it's called. It was a long time ago. We're getting right through here, folks. I didn't get very. I think I got. What did I get? One, two, three, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only got 8 books. This one I seen from somebody else's. I don't even know. I don't remember what booktuber it was, but it seemed interesting, and I found it at the Goodwill, and I snatched it up right away, and I couldn't remember what it's about either. But it's most of these were $1.99. I do have a hardback, and it was $2.99, so I made a steal there at Good. I didn't literally steal. I did pay for these. But this is Martha Wells' All Systems Red. So this is sci-fi. It's Murderbot Diaries. So I'm wondering if it's a series. I have no idea. But I when I seen this, I remembered some other booktuber I watched had this um or read this. I can't remember if they liked it or not, and I don't even remember what it's about. But it says in a corporate dominated, there's only a small synopsis. Corporate dominated spacefaring future, planetary, oh my God, it's a lot to say. Planetary missions must be approved and supplied by the company. That reminds me of aliens. Okay. Exploratory teams are accompanied by company supplied security androids for their own safety. Definitely reminded me of aliens. Well, I might like this. But in a society where contacts are awarded to the lowest bidder, that's a change. Well, no, that's not the change. Usually it's the lowest bidder that gets a contract. But when it's ICU, that doesn't make sense. Let's read it again. But in a society where contracts are awarded to the lowest bidder, safety isn't a primary concern. We award contracts to the lowest bidder. I don't know what I was thinking. On a distant planet, a team of scientists are conducting surface tests shadowed by their company supplied droid, a self aware SEC unit that has hacked its own governor module and refers itself, though never out loud, as Murderbot, scornful of humans. Reading really slow. Scornful of humans, all it really wants to be left alone long enough to figure out who it is. It's scornful of humans. Yeah, coffee hasn't kicked in. Sorry, folks. And I'm thinking as I'm reading, so that doesn't fare well either. But when a neighboring mission goes dark, it's up to the scientists and their murder bot to get to the truth. I do read a little bit of sci-fi. No, I haven't read a lot, but I do. I mean, I love sci-fi movies and stuff like Aliens, Star Wars, you name it. I'm there. So that sounds really interesting. Murder bots and aliens mixed. That's like two. That's, yeah. And this one, I have a few of this author. Uh-oh, shit. I just made a mess. Made a mess. Um, I have a few of her books I haven't read yet. I am wanting to. I got a lot of books to go through in my lifetime. So I'm living to be 595 years old to get through them all. But this is Sherry Lapina's The Couple Next Door. Um, so all of her books sound really interesting, and I've heard good things about uh, her books too. So I know a lot of people like them. And it's not a very big book either. This is maybe that's it. I can't ever get to the. I don't know what the other. I have two or three others. I think, yeah, two or three. I think it's. I don't know what that is. Oh, this is from another book. So there's a sneak peek of someone we know. I think a chapter in there. So this is 300. Looks like 308 pages. The couple next door. What does this say? Yeah, I have stickers on the front. A lot of people don't like it. I get it. I don't really care. This is Barnes and Noble, buy one get one 50% off. Okay, I got it cheaper than that. Oh, so this is about. I have no idea. I just seen the author's book and I know I didn't have it. It says Anna and Marco Conti seem to have it all: a loving relationship, a wonderful home, and their beautiful baby, Cora. But one night when they are at a dinner party next door, a terrible crime is committed. Suspicion immediately falls on the parents, but the truth is much more complicated. What follows is a nerve-wracking unraveling of a family. Detective Rasbach knows that the panicked couple is hiding something inside the curtain inside the curtained house. Anne and Marco both soon discover that the other is keeping secrets they've kept for years. The shocking truth will. So apparently, well, it sounds like the baby goes missing when they went off next door and they left the baby home alone. That sounds like a true life thing. Um, Madeline, the little girl that went missing, their parents were on vacation. I mean, obviously the kid too. They were on vacation somewhere, foreign country of not their origin, and they went somewhere and left the baby at the hotel by itself asleep. They came back and the baby was gone. That was true. This sounds similar, except this is like at their home and they just went next door. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, people. I couldn't leave my baby knowing my baby's asleep and just going. I couldn't leave my kid. I'm not saying anything else. This next book, I've been wanting to get it for a while, since probably last year or the year before. I seen it on I was trying to do this. I was going to do a couple of Christmas ago. I was going to do a reading thon and I was going to do like using the song The 12 Days of Christmas, but I was going to try to find books that went for each line of the song. So this was one book I found that I thought would fit, but I wasn't going to do it because that would be 12 books at Christmas time. And so the books I picked out, they were like long, like Lonesome Dove. I mean, that's a big, I thought I'm not going to get through 12 books at Christmas time with that stack of, I can't even get through like 3 books a month sometimes, and they're like normal size. So yeah, but this is one I've been wanting to get it, and I've had it in my cart, like on eBay and stuff for a while, and I keep taking it out. And I came across it as soon as I seen it at Goodwill, I was like, yes. But this is The Dancing Girls by M.M. Channard. Um, and it's a Detective Joe Forner book one. I have no idea about this author. I haven't read anything by them, but I know when I was reading the synopsis, when I was looking for books for my 12 Days of Christmas readathon that I didn't do, this one was really interesting. It says, when Jeannie Hammond is found dead in a hotel in the picture-perfect town of Oakhurst, newly promoted Detective Joe Fournier, whatever, is thrown into a disturbing case. Who would murder this shy, loving wife and leave her body posed like a ballerina? So anyway, so apparently there is a ballerina that gets killed, and possibly, um, I thought that had to do with a strip club. I don't, I don't know where my head comes up with these things, because honestly, I don't. Uh, a woman's found strangled in a hotel, arm placed gracefully above her head like a dancer. While digging through old case files, Joe makes a terrifying link to a series of cold cases. Each victim bears the same strangulation marks, but the FBI won't take Jo seriously, and if she disobeys direct orders by investigating the killings outside of her jurisdiction, it will mean the end of her career. She's already sacrificed so much for her, even her relationship. Um, I don't know where I got the strip club strippers from. Uh, this probably isn't that, as who knows. This is a detective series, which I really like detective cop crime stuff like that. So anyway, Dancing Girls, and then this one I haven't read. I just actually got one of hers from the library. Um, I've been wanting to read because it sounded really interesting. That I seen all. I mean, probably all these I seen everybody except for a couple I never heard of on booktubers. But this is Lucinda Berry, and Keep Your Friends Close. So I found this one, and then I got from the library. I borrowed from the library. Saving Noah. I heard that's a really rough read, but I wanted to, and it's really short. But yeah, this one doesn't look that long. And this one I have no idea what it's about. I just know it was Lucinda Berry. A lot of people liked her, and I thought it's like a psychological thriller type thing, which I'm into that. It says when Madeline McCann, that's her name. That's the little girl that disappeared. I just seen it because this person, when Kirsten McCann, that's okay, you know who I'm talking about, right? When Kirsten McCann, president of the West Hollywood Moms Club, oh, there we go. This is like Desperate Housewives, probably, turns up dead in her own pool. Yeah. It quickly becomes clear it, this wasn't an accident. And the party guests, all members of the exclusive club, are now key suspects in a murder. Okay, I'm in. A little bit of drama, thriller. Um, I did read over this. Was it over the summer? Catfight. Yeah, that was an interesting read. I like that one. That was like Desperate Housewives ish vibes going on with that one. But this is what it's. I'm thinking that's what it's given me. Um, yeah. So we'll see. It's Lucinda Berry, and it is 270 pages. It's not long. Yeah, Saving Noah looks like it's smaller than that. And the last one I think this is the second book. I have not heard good things about the second book, but that's okay because I haven't read the first book yet. So I thought, well, it's a Goodwill. I'll get the second book, even though I didn't hear that good of reviews about it. But this is Megan Golden, Dark Corners. And this is about a podcaster um series. I get well, the first one was Night Swim. And this is a true crime podcaster star of Megan Golden's acclaimed The Night Swim, returns to search for a popular influencer who disappeared after visiting a suspected serial killer, Rachel Crawl, the true crime podcaster. Okay, so apparently it's the true crime podcaster's back, Rachel Crawl, and she disappears after visiting a suspected serial killer. So I don't know. I've heard few people say they didn't really like this one. They liked the Night Swim better, but we'll see. And this is I haven't read the first one yet, so we know we're not getting to this until we do the first one. And actually, Night Swim. I thought Night Swim they made it into a movie. Maybe that's something else. I'm thinking of. This is 341 pages, average. But yeah, so that is my book haul. The book haul from Goodwill and one from Sam's Club. So those should be fun. If you've read any of these, feel free to let me know if you loved it or hated it. Oh, let's do this without dropping it on the. Here we go. That's the books. And the current reading I have again is Lucky Day. Oh, shits and giggles. Shits and giggles. Is everybody does that. I should learn. I should learn from watching everybody else. Don't do that. Don't hold a stack in your hands while videoing. Okay. Chuck Tingle, Lucky Day. Hopefully I'll finish that today and I'll get started on the How to Survive a Slasher because you never know when you need to know how to survive a slasher. And that, my friends, is the end of the book haul. Um, Happy Halloween. Good luck. Don't go in the woods. Don't be babysitting on Halloween in a house at night by yourself. And yeah, just stay away from those crazy teens. But hopefully we'll be back again soon. Maybe tomorrow, maybe. Hopefully we'll have better luck in November. But I do have books I want to talk about that I got from the library, and I have a few books I wanted to do on my October TBR that looks like they're still going to sit there, maybe in November. But yeah, so thanks for coming by. Happy to see you again. I hope you're happy to see me again. And we'll be back again soon. Thanks.